Hi guys, I hope you're doing fine. I'm really impressed by your work. Thanks a lot for your effort. Keep it up. This week's writing lesson is about characterization. We will get to know the meaning of characterization, then its types and its methods. Characterization is a literary device that is used step by step to highlight and explain the details about a character in a story. It is in stages in which the writer introduces the character with noticeable opening. After introducing the character, the writer often talks about his behavior, then, as the story progresses, he shows the thoughts, appearance, and traits. Here is an example of characterization. Fido had a bone. A bigger dog wanted it. Fido was afraid. He stood over his bone and barked. The big dog ran away. Fido was glad he hadn't lost his bone. What words would you use to tell about Fido? Is he proud, scared, brave, or shy? So the answer is he is brave. We conclude this since he barked over his bone and the big dog ran away. There are two types of characterization, the direct and indirect characterization. The direct characterization is when the writer tells you directly about the character's personality and tells what the character is like. On the other hand, the indirect characterization is when the writer reveals information about the character, such as thoughts, actions, what others think about him, and how they respond. Here is a list of differences between the two types. In the direct, you are directly told about the character. You can summarize his personality in a line, and the details are easier to remember. While in the indirect, the writer shows you about the character through actions, words, details, and it's more complex. Here are examples of characterization. In the direct characterization, Gary is a nice and caring person. Gary can sometimes be very mean or rude. Indirect characterization, Gary watched his little brother for 2 hours while their mother was ill, taking care of his every need. He did this without being asked, and he did not ask for anything in return. The next thing I know, Gary was tearing up my rose garden, said Beatrice, his elderly grandmother, as she gave her statement to the police. She was still badly shaken after the attack. In the direct, the writer is telling us directly about the character Gary. In the indirect, he is showing us through more information. What are the methods of indirect characterization? 1. The physical appearance. 2. The character's traits. 3. Thoughts. Physical appearance is the way the character looks and dresses that tell us a lot about him or her. Physical appearance includes age, height, hair, eyes, skin, nose, lips, face, special features, clothing, and any other characteristic. In this picture, what does SpongeBob look like? He is a yellow sponge with rectangular body, sponge holes. He wears brown pants, black shoes, striped socks, and a snazzy tie. He is always smiling. In this way, I have described his physical appearance. Character traits are valued aspects of a person's behavior. Everyone has good and bad character traits. Character traits are often labeled with descriptive adjectives that describes what a person or character is like on the inside and even on the outside. Here is a list of character traits adjectives that would be helpful for you to use later. Thoughts is when the writer of a story gives you a glimpse inside the character's mind by telling what the character is thinking or saying, even what other characters think or say about him. This will give us a very good idea of what the character is really like, even if his or her outward appearance and personality are not clearly described. In the first picture, the writer shows us what the character thinks. In the second picture, he shows what he says using quotations. How can you discover a character's trait indirectly? As we said before, through appearance, dialogue, thinking or thoughts, actions, and effects. Let's try this together. Who is this a picture of? As we look at the picture, we can see, for example, he is an old farmer with a round face and big ears. He wears old suit clothes. He seems happy and proud that he hunted a weird creature with his sharp long gun while standing in the middle of a wild forest. I just seized this strange creature and shot it dead, said the old farmer. This description was not written anywhere. I concluded everything from the picture. As someone reads what I wrote, they can imagine the picture without looking at it. As for this week's task, you will have a worksheet with 4 characters. You have to choose one of them and describe its physical appearance, traits, and suggest some thoughts. After that, write few lines joining the ideas together. Please submit on time. Thanks again for your efforts. Have a blessed week and stay safe.